Doesn't that thing just look totally insane on those wheels? Today on RC Guy Garage, we actually just did a 3-hour, I think, plus live talking about the Kaiju and something like that. And then I did a swap of these wheels right here just by chance. I've got this truck right here. So this is actually the takeoffs from this truck right here, which is a HoBao Hyper MT Sport Plus. We took the wheels and we actually swapped them onto the Traxxas MAXX. Now, I'm going to put the body on real quick just to show you. Yeah, these are my void packs. I'm going to put the body on real quick just to show you. Oh, wrong body. I can't believe I just did that. Wow. It's not the Kaiju. Oh my god. If any of you guys were on the live, you know why I just did that, because my brain is fried. So, here's what the MAXX body looks like with those tires and wheels on there. And look at this thing. Doesn't this thing just look absolutely insane? So this is the Traxxas MAXX, not an XMAXX, on stock HoBao right there. HoBao Hyper Plus Sport Plus wheels. And this thing just looks like an animal. Here's the ground clearance that we have now. So this is a Traxxas MAXX on wide max arms. Here is one of the stock Traxxas wheels. Look at this. The wheel fits now underneath the MAXX. Like, you can pull it in and out of an unsprung front end. Look at that. Are you kidding me? So like I was saying, today on RC Guy Garage, we're going to take the Traxxas MAXX out on those HoBao Sport Plus wheels, factory takeoffs. We're going to rip it on HRB 3S packs. We're going to do a speed run. We are going to use the Sky RC GPS, which people already know how I feel about this speed meter. Kind of pisses me off, but it is working, and that's kind of all that matters. But we're going to rip it on those wheels just to see what we can get for a max speed on these Kaijus, which, I don't know if you saw the video, but we actually ripped the Traxxas MAXX on these stock Kaiju wheels, and it totally changed the way the wide max was acting, meaning it loves the jumps. It actually gets a much higher bite or traction with these wheels from Redcat Racing. And those are the stock Kaiju wheels. Now we've got these bad boys on here. We're going to see what it gets for speed. These are Kaiju stock wheels. We got 40 miles per hour on the MAXX the other day. On 3S, on Kaiju wheels, stock Kaiju wheels, stock MAXX, we are getting 40 miles per hour. Just changing out the wheels, we got 40 miles per hour. We also got, for I feel the first time, self-righting on those Kaiju wheels. So, the Traxxas MAXX, on these bad boys right here, I'm expecting a positive result. So if you're interested in watching this episode from RC Guy Garage, and it's basically just ripping the Traxxas MAXX on takeoff wheels from the HoBao Hyper Sport Plus, stay tuned for this episode from RC Guy Garage. And let's just get out there and rip it, because it's actually a nice day out. Hey Vector, what's the weather today? Partly cloudy, partly cloudy. So let's just get out there and rip it. So you can see we're out here. I'm actually trying a couple of different things. Obviously you can see you got the GoPro on my head now instead of actually having it on the mount that's usually on the remote. Because what I had noticed is that a couple of times I probably could have, I guess, headshot the RC car actually flying by a lot better than I can with the actual remote. Because when you're doing a speed run, I think what happens is you're more concentrating on the car and not necessarily where, at least for me, where the actual camera is pointed. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm actually making use of my tripod that I have here. This is a Zomi tripod. It's actually on a stick right here that you can see. This is actually a Fudge Tech or Fooge Tech or whatever the heck you want to call that stick. It's an extendable stick that I use. It actually has a remote control on it, which you use for, I guess, higher shots or further away shots or whatever. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to use the tripod situation with that, and that way the camera is actually hung over the edge here, which it looks like the GoPro. That's a riot. So the GoPro is actually, it was connected. I don't know. I'm going to cancel that out. It's actually connected to the GoPro right now because I was trying to make sure that the head camera itself was actually in a good spot, because that's one of the things that you lose is if you're not checking the angle of your camera, you miss a lot of stuff. So the other thing, yes, obviously wind noise, but again, nothing I can do about that. It is what it is. So we're going to back out of here. We are going to go into camera mode, and we've got it on video, and we're going to try and capture at 60 frames per second. I'm not sure if that's going to really do anything, but at least it'll give you a nice flyby. I'm actually going to be way over there so that I can kind of near my mailbox area. That way this camera will catch that flyby. I can see it from there, and then obviously if there are any cars coming from that direction, because doing a speed run on the configuration that we have right now, I am not sure what we're going to get. We actually do have the SkyRC GPS actually up and running again. Nah, I know I said it's a piece of crap, and it kind of is. I feel like literally for the money that you pay for that thing, man, couldn't have it had like a better LED display? One that like the only way you look at it or you can see its numbers is by looking at an angle, and then literally how touchy it is. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. If you want to buy it, waste your money, just do whatever you want. Just make sure you don't go bashing with it, I guess, because I guess that's part of its issue. So anyways, let's just get this stuff rolling. So we'll click record on here. You can hear the beeps. I think it should have gone. And then turn the remote on. Turn the truck on. So there we go. So let's just see what this thing can do. Like I said, obviously you can see it's registering 0. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see what it can do. A little wheel wobble here. Why is that? Is that wheel broken? So we're just going to run it out to a safe distance. We'll bring it this way. So that was full rip right there. So let's see, what do we got? So we gained 6 more miles per hour. Let's give it just another rip. Clear that out. Record. We'll let it run out pretty far. Right about there. $46 miles per hour. On those wheels right there, not too bad. 46 miles per hour for a gain of obviously 6 miles per hour just because of a wheel change. Now let's take it out back and see what this thing can do, I guess maybe as far as bashing. Actually, there's actually a spot over there. We're going to take it over there and we'll see what it can do. We'll run a quick jump and then we'll see what it can get. Gee, I don't know about that. The only thing that I don't know if I like about that, why are these wheels like... seem like they're a little... You know what I think I want to do? I'm going to go in. I'm going to double check real quick just to make sure that these things are actually locked on, because that little centering piece, that might actually be part of the problem. So let's shut this off. Shut the GoPro off. And then we'll take it inside and just double check those wheel nuts to make sure that the wheels are actually on. Alright, so we're back in real quick just to see what the deal is. So there is a little bit of looseness here, and there is the possibility that maybe I just didn't tighten that nut down enough. And the same thing with that. The other side, it might be the same thing. You know what it could be? It could be the thickness of these wheels. Maybe it's not designed to have this spacer. So we're going to check it out real quick, and we'll see what's going on. If I can find my wrench. So let's see if I tighten it up a little bit. Will it accept a tightening? No, so there is a little bit of movement here. So probably what that is potentially the thickness of the actual spacer inside the wheel, maybe? No, that actually seems fine. So what's the looseness? Oh, so it's actually not. It's actually not that at all. It's actually... So we're good. So inside there, you can actually see that that's actually fine. What I think it is it's actually this spacer. So maybe if we flop the spacer the other way, go like that, maybe that will give it more of a tighter... Yeah, so that took it out. So what it is, it's actually the spacer itself, right? So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Pop this out real quick. And I didn't notice that. It's funny, too, because it's something that I thought in my head was, will this spacer cause a problem because of the thickness of the wheels? And it's actually not that. Wait a minute. Let's look at this again. So technically, so I'll show you. Let's put the flash on. Put the flash on now. What I'm trying to explain to you is when you look inside the wheel and you see the hub center board. So what it is because of this spacer having such a, I guess a thicker, or a deeper center board going inside the wheel. What it's doing is actually allowing the wheel to be loose. So the only other way around that is to actually find a washer that would actually fit over that, or potentially reverse it like I had just done with the front. So for now, I think we'll just reverse them. Otherwise, you'll need some type of a spacer or a shim or something that will actually fit around this hole to take up some of that space, which is not allowing the wheels to be tight. So, yeah. So we're just going to flop the spacers inside out for now. It'll be fine just for bashing. Tighten it up. I didn't notice that it was that loose. That's funny. Now, one of the things that obviously somebody's going to ask is, what about over-temping and all that stuff? Yes, I'm sure if you did speed run after speed run after speed run, that you may end up with an issue of over-temp just because of Traxxas. So, it's just literally, I feel like the way Traxxas does things is you can end up with those kind of issues. So, but we're just flopping these spacers, or these adapters, inside out, and then it'll get rid of that wheel looseness that we had. We're not going to do a speed run because the speed run wasn't affected by these actual spacers having an issue, any kind of wobble or whatever. But as far as bashing, we do want it to kind of be, I guess, a little bit tighter, a tighter situation. So But you saw that, 46 miles per hour. That's actually not too bad. So, now that these are on here, nice and tight. This side, tight. This one, tight. Good to go. So now just take this thing out for another rip. All right, so we're back out here. Tripod again. Now we got it faced so that obviously when you see the truck coming this way, hit record on here. Hit record on the GoPro. Turn the truck on. And all we're doing right now is we're just getting some footage basically from there, truck jumping that way, coming this way, and we'll see what we can get by using that camera right there. So let's just take it for a quick little rip. See, now let's see if we can get it to automatically self-right. Much easier on 3S with massive wheels. Obviously changes the way this MAXX is. Yes, it's still wheelies, no problem. Handle those stairs way better than it's ever done. So that's the only thing. The only difference right now for me is obviously learning that jump. That jump is obviously just a little bit different than what I was used to with these smaller wheels. Maybe getting a little bit more of a run up, say something like here. And obviously, so here's the other thing that you don't know. When you're looking at this jump right here, right? This jump is literally like a two-tiered jump. So it kind of depends upon how you, I guess, track it. So maybe if we track it more along this line right here, maybe we'll get a better effect. Massive cogging. Way better. That was good. That was a nice jump. Again, it's relearning the truck. It's not going to act the same, especially with massive wheels like this one. That was a good jump. Look at that. That was nice. Not too bad. All right, I'm liking that. So that's enough for there. Do one more. Oh, probably could have done that a little bit better than that, but That's not too bad. You see what I'm saying? Not too bad. Standing backflip, can it do it? Probably not. No. But it can definitely self-right itself a heck of a lot easier. All right, stop this. Stop the GoPro. So you saw it. The Traxxas MAXX, definitely a heck of a lot easier to rewrite itself. Forward and back. Now coming from the back side, it's definitely way easier on massive wheels like that, which you already know. Yes, you got to worry about over-temping certain things, but as long as you're not like beating the absolute snot out of it and you're just kind of like out there to have fun, you want to bash, now let's just take it out back and we'll see what it can do out back. All right, so now we're out in the backwoods. Max is over there. Got the camera tripod thing right here. Obviously got the GoPro on my head. Gonna click the GoPro on. You hear that beep. And then oh! So we'll get that jump that I like to get from this distance right here. Definitely turned it into a, I want to think you want to call that a bruiser now. Brakes are definitely still crushing it. Oh! See, now it'll self-right itself in reverse. Picked up a branch. Definite cogging. All right, still in the bed of lettuce stuff. It still doesn't, you know, want to go, but definitely gives it a different kind of, I guess, bashing, thrashing ride. Yeah, it definitely just gives it a different run. Still wheelies. Cogging, all right, see that? Cogging big time. Obviously because it's way overloaded. All right, so I'm gonna shut this camera off for now because I don't really think this is getting any footage. GoPro off. Gotta do the walk of shame because, whoa. We'll do the walk of shame right now because we got a stick jammed into the drivetrain. So we're gonna dislodge that stick and just give it some more ripping. GoPro on. So I almost feel like this thing would be skate parkable right now because of having the additional, I guess you want to say, protection in the wheels. Yeah. Oh. So we're not talking about a track truck anymore. Definitely overgeared now. So probably if you messed around with the gearing, probably wouldn't have zero issues. Oh, is it free? All right, so there we go. So let's see, what do we got? Under voltage or over temp? So right now we're at that point. Right now, so we are under voltage. Some people wanted to know about motor temps. We'll get a motor temp right there. We're looking at 180. It's already going down like big time. So you saw that, I think it was what, 184 was max. It's already going down. Let's get a motor temp right there. 166 at the end. ESC, how can I get the ESC? ESC, 140-ish. ESC, about 140. See if we can get deep in there. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, what do you expect? Did a speed run, did some rips. Trying to get it right in there. So there we go, 147 for the ESC. Motor's probably already cooling down. Yeah, motor's already cooling down. Motor at the very tip, at the very end, 150. So, yeah, I mean, it's GoPro off. So I think it's what, man. Actually, the pressure on your head actually can give you a headache. So I think I think all right, let's do this proper. So I think that's kind of what you can expect. You definitely have to change the gearing if you want to maybe potentially dirt bash it more. It definitely turns it into a more bouncy, fun truck. You can see we got a max speed of, yeah, I almost said 146, Earl. Got a max speed of 46 miles per hour, which I don't think is too bad. It was consistent because that was 2 runs, Gus. So we got 2 runs at 46 miles per hour, and I'm satisfied with that. They're definitely oversized wheels, but the whole point was, you know, what can you do with another set of wheels and tires? How big can you go? If you want to go with this set, you probably will save on, I think you'll save on some of, I guess, I want to say your suspension. You might overwork the servo, I don't know. The compound on those tires is actually pretty soft, so probably like a combination of the two. Now the Kaiju wheels, if you want to do it for dirt ripping, yeah, performance tire all the way. Just remember, you are going to get some tipping only because, yeah, we do have the Wide Max kit on there, but it still doesn't make a difference because once you throw those grippier Kaiju wheels on there, it tends to want to flip a little bit more. But if you were used to the way the Max was originally, you're not going to be sad if you switch to Wide Max and Kaiju wheels and tires. So this was it. This was just, you know, a trial, just kind of testing things out. It's just that way of, you know, some people just want to know, I mean, what does the Max do? You saw the motor temps. You saw how the thing ran. You saw that it changed up its, you know, the way it drove on this kind of, I guess you want to say, on this terrain. The jumps, little bit something to get used to. The oddness of how things gyroscopically torque twist and whatever, it's just something to get used to if this is what you wanted to go with. I definitely recommend gearing it down a little bit so that you're not overworking the motor. I'm not sure how much we got as far as runtime. We didn't get a real huge runtime, but again, we were cogging the motor. So that just goes to show you, massive wheels, change out your gearing, get it back to, you know, more of a speed that's designed for a track such as this. Something that's dirt, loose gravel, whatever. It's all tuning. Yeah, that's all I got to say. So anyways, like I always say, if you like episodes like this from RC Guy Garage, you already know what to do. Hit that bell notification. I can hear the fan shutting on and turning on and off. Hit that bell notification so that you obviously know when another video is coming out. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for that. Why don't you throw me a thumbs up? You can throw me a thumbs down if you think that, you know, this content has nothing to do with, you know, whatever you want. Just change the channel. That's literally all you do. You gotta like click, whatever, however you do it, swipe, click, I don't know. Thumbs up though. That's the biggest thing. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching this episode from RC Guy Garage. And just get out there and rip it.